Just wait for a couple more peoples to come in before I get started. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm gonna make Mathis blue. There you go. You is now a blue. Da 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 da. Okay, I guess I can probably get started. Still getting better slowly but surely. That's good to hear, definitely, yep. Wishing you a speedy recovery, because we've only got damn many days left until Quest of Variety. I can't count. I can barely do makeup, I can almost do music, but counting, nah. Hi Joe, okay, bye. I like that name, that's cool. Welcome to the stream, how are you? Okay, I guess I can get started and people are going to come in when they come in. Oops, I sat on my towel. Okay, so folks, tonight I'm streaming under the hashtag setup level up because we've only got a few days left in which we can actually do that. But tonight's stream is actually also Quest of Variety prep stream, but we are apparently allowed to do those under any hashtag now. So whilst we still have a chance to do this, I thought, why not? There's only like a day and a half left of this, so why not do that? But it is the Quest of Variety prep stream. And considering the thing that I'm going to be doing this weekend involves lots of makeup, I figured, why not do a makeup stream? And the look that we're trying to go for is that one, which is the Vamp Queen. We're not going to copy it directly, but we're going to go for as close as possible. We're not going to do the writing around the eyes or anything, but we're just going to go for the smoky red, pale vamped up look. Hi Whitney, I've missed you too. Hey honey, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Also, folks, I do have a little bit of bad news, but also good news at the same time. So, you all know I'm running a competition to get to level 80, which was supposed to help me get towards the chest at level 80. However, I have since been told by Roxy and a couple of the people that they have raised the bar to get the chest to level 100 now, not level 80. So I decided it's not your fault that this has happened, and not my fault either. It just happens to be what YouNow have done. So I am still continuing with the competition to level 80. So we are still going to have the draw at level 80. And the person who gets it will still win the £500. But then I'm going to be bringing a new competition, see, that's where the good news happens, from level 80 to level 100. But I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. But rather than extend the competition, I'm just going to keep it where it is at level 80 and then do a new one from level 80 to level 100. Because I really was hoping to get out chest, but apparently they've raised the bar to level 100. But anyway, on with tonight's stream to create the look. It's also going to be partially tutorial as well, I guess you could maybe say that. And first of all, I'm going to be starting with L'Oreal Paris Infallible Mattifying Base. It's basically a primer for people with oily skin like I have. And as Roxy mentioned the other day during her makeup tutorial, it is always good to prime. And to answer a question from Jen, no, I'm not doing a full drag look, but we are doing a full makeup look. I was contemplating doing a drag look, but that's going to be happening on Saturday, but I'm not going to tell you what. But this is just preparation towards it. So, we have gone on with the base. Good luck, Romy. Thank you, Mo. Good luck too. Yeah, this weekend is definitely one that I've been looking forward to since the competition began. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago, as you know, Tom and I had a cold at the same time. Then some things happened with meds and various other things, and I was kind of on my ass for a little bit. And a few days ago, the cold did look like it was going to rear its ugly head again. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. But luckily, we're fine. The cold has not come back. Thankfully, because I really want to do this week. This week is not one of those weeks that I want to have off. No. Oh, you hate Halloween? Oh, I'm going to be doing some makeup streams this week for Halloween. Awesome! Yes. If you want to, feel free to. If you've got any of the pictures for them, feel free to post them in my Discord because I think you're there. Jen, thank you for the 50. Hi Mo, happy birthday for yesterday. Definitely happy birthday, Mo. I was in Roxy's stream when she sang happy birthday to you, I think, which was fun. We always like to hear Roxy sing. But yeah, I'm not... Are you guesting, hun? No, I'm not guesting on this particular stream, purely because it's a preparation stream for Quest of Variety, but otherwise I would have done. But because I need to do prep points for it, then unfortunately not. And I'm going to start putting the base on, and I actually need my mirror as well, so in case my camera does go a little bit fuzzy, could someone let me know so I can fix it, because I'm going to actually hide what I can see at the moment apart from the chat. So if someone notices my cam go fuzzy, then please let me know. Also, if people could capture moments so that I can submit them for the prep points, that would be great. Especially of the finished look when we're done, that would be amazing. But if not, then I'm always going to post pictures anyway. So any moments you can capture for prep points would be brilliant. Thank you. And until I move my mirror, I can't see if you've actually done that yet or not. So if you have captured any already, then thank you very much. I appreciate it. And also, I don't think I'm going to see anyone who sends likes at the moment, because I can't see that part of my screen. So if you sent any likes in the meantime, then thank you as well. I will definitely add them up before I finish my stream. Bedtime. Oh, good night, Sam. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. Okay, so foundation on. Bye, have a good one. Oh, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it, and thank you for capturing the moment. Yay, I did see it. It does tell me in the chat. Brilliant. So we're going to start blending out the base. I'm going to go through it. Lisa, hi, how are you? I'm going to rush through the base as quick as I can, because the interesting part of this is when we actually get to the eye look. And then also I can actually remove the mirror and talk to you all, because then I can use a smaller mirror to do the eye look pretty easily. How are you? Chicken pox, huh? Well, oh, yeah. It's basically what you have to do with the foundation to start. Unless you're using a brush, some people use foundation brushes, but I prefer to use a beauty blender, so you dot it on in a couple of areas and then go crazy with dab, 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 dab with the beauty blender. Pretty much. And I'm also going to have to move my weave cap slightly and get higher areas because of stupid receding hairline, because we don't want telltale lines. If I was doing full drag, I would have left it further down, because we create a new hairline. But since we're not doing full drag, and we're going to be using our normal hairline, then I have to get in there. Okay, so base done. That was quick. And why did I throw away that wipe? I need it for my hand. And in the picture, there isn't any contour or highlight, because it's kind of a pale vampire look, obviously. But I like contour and highlight, so I am going to add them. Is the picture on screen going to be the inspiration? Yes, the picture on screen, if I'm pointing in the right direction, because I can't see my screen right now, is a look that I found online last year when I was doing the 12 looks of Frightmas, and that was one of the Vampire Queen looks that I was going to do. Unfortunately, it didn't make the cut. So considering it's Halloween, I thought I would do something similar to that. I do actually have a grey weave, a silvery grey weave, that looks very similar to it, but it's longer. Hayley, don't her prep to Hayley. I'm confused. Oh, Hayley's done her prep too. Yes, I know. I missed it, unfortunately. But yeah, this picture is inspiration for this particular look. But I'm not going to be doing the writing or anything. I remember when you had grey hair, I enjoyed it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was kind of a denim steel blue kind of grey colour. I was actually at one point going to do a neon green hair colour. And I still actually have it in the bathroom. But the problem is I have a green screen, so if I'd have done that, I would have looked bald. So, yeah. Anyway, smoke them if you got them. Everybody knows a drag queen likes to have a fag while she's doing her makeup. And then she has a cigarette afterwards. And, right, so yeah. The picture doesn't have any contour and highlight, but I'm going to be... I know it would be really fierce, wouldn't it? I'm going to add my own contour and highlight just because I like it. And according to my drag daughter and several other people, I have an envious nose. Because when I'm contouring my nose, I can simply go straight down and follow the bone structure, whereas some people have bumps and different places, so you've got to be careful where you put the contour and the highlight, because contour deepens it, highlight brings it forward. So apparently I have an envious nose, from what I've been told. Under the lip. Ooh, this appears to be a relatively new one. Oh well. See, I lose things in my makeup box and I end up using new products before the old ones have ran out, but oh well, it happens. See, sometimes I get a little bit OCD and I have to use the old ones first before I can open a new one. But then other times I just go, where did I put that? Oh, screw it, I'll use a new one. This is what we do. How do you smoke with lipstick on? Ah, very easy, because you seal it with whatever colour you use. I mean, it is going to give you a matte effect, but whatever colour you use, always go over it with eyeshadow and then seal it. Same as you would do with any other colour. If you seal it, it doesn't transfer. Well, not as much. But I might be using a purple vamped up lip gloss, which will then completely transfer to everything. So, but I don't have lipstick on at the moment, so yay! You have a lovely face shape too. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. But yes, you can actually get lip liners and lip glosses that do seal. But the ones that I've got don't tend to, so I always cheat and use eyeshadow anyway. I need to get those points there. A good way to actually find where you can bring your contour is to smile and just follow the smile line, but start it where the smile creases, and then just bring it down from the ear, and then from just that inner part of the lobe, and take it across in a triangle. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. There's a lot of people that have asked me, actually, for different tips when doing makeup, and the best advice I can give you is to simply play with it and make it your own, because there's a lot of people who watch tutorials and things and they follow it step by step, and it doesn't turn out quite exactly like the picture or the video or the model or whoever's doing it. Same as I don't expect this to turn out exactly like the picture, because my face shape's different, the way I do things are different. So as long as you're having fun and you play with it, you know, who cares whether it's spot on? You know, the whole point is to make it your own and have fun with it. So we're not going for an exact copy, but we are being inspired by this picture. For example, I'm adding contour and highlight. There isn't any in that picture because they've gone for the paler vampire look, whereas I'm going for a fuller look. I'm going to glam it a little bit. And also, in the picture, they are using red, and I might use purple instead, because black and purple I use. What's your best advice for face prep before applying makeup? Just primer or more? Okay, so me particularly, I have this L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying base, which is a primer. And for people with oily skin, it does help, because it will help set a base as matte, so that when you put your foundation on top, it keeps it as matte as possible. But any primer can do. If you do have particularly oily skin, it might be worth going over with a powder first before your foundation, and then powder again afterwards. But it all depends on the primer. If anyone was watching Roxy's stream a few days ago, then she did a primer and also a setting powder on top. But this particular primer does actually make it a matte base anyway, so it's kind of a 2-in-1 almost. So yeah, if you can find a primer that already has that effect, then you won't need the powder. I did used to use other primers before that, and unfortunately, You can use as many setting products, sprays, powders as you want, but the thing is, you can set your makeup and you can wipe it and it won't come off. But if your skin underneath is oily, you can wipe it and it'll come straight off, and people are like, well, why does that happen? And that's exactly why. You need your primer, ideally, to have that mattifying effect, or, again, powder on top before your foundation. It just gives that extra barrier. But, like I said, ideally, if you can find it in the primer, then, you know, it won't be as cakey, because the problem with using a powder before your foundation is you risk getting that cakey effect. Because then you're just layering too many layers. And eventually it's just going to rise to the top and just look horrible. But again, it also depends on your skin, you know, if it's oily or dry. Also, some people have really dry skin as well. So in which case, as stupid as it sounds, you would require an oily primer instead, just to kind of balance it out. So whatever it is, basically you're doing the opposite. You explain stuff so naturally, you should do it for others, like offline. I do, actually. I do some makeup videos on YouTube, and I used to do a lot on Facebook as well. But since coming back to YouNow, I must admit I have actually been ignoring those platforms for a little while, especially being busy with the Quest of Variety competition as well. But there are a lot of changes coming. I will be doing lots on other platforms. One of the things that I actually do on YouTube is a segment called Tip to Toe, which is makeup, hair, outfits, the lot. And some queens who do, or some makeup artists as well, who do something similar, often go around different people and put their makeup look on other people. Now, of course, yes, it will look different. But what I figured is, if the same person is going to so many people putting their look onto them, it's going to become repetitive. So in Tip to Toe, my idea is to get other people to put their looks, their inspiration, their go-to, whether it be hair, makeup or clothes, or all three, on me. That way you get to see a variety, and you also get to see them go, oh, because, you know, everybody's face shape's different, so what works on one person doesn't necessarily work on another. So you could put me together with someone else and get them to do the same makeup look on two people, and it will look completely different. So that's one of the ideas for the show. Unfortunately, the current running show has just been me doing makeup looks for myself, for everybody else to watch, which is good. It does show a different variety, but I do want to get out there and challenge other people and meet other people to do it with as well. Hi Lisa, how are you? I did see you come into the room. Sorry, I was busy explaining a question. So okay, so we've done the contour now. On with the highlight. Down those. And then up into the T area. Basically make it a Christmas tree almost, or a pine tree or whatever. Yes, it's really fun. Are coloured contacts highly recommended for costume looks, or are the cool eye makeup looks to help? I mean, some people aren't necessarily comfortable with contacts. Some people can't even wear contacts because their eyes react to them. And yes, they are good for certain effects, and I have partaken in them myself before, but my eyes are really sensitive. Funny story, my eyes used to change colour themselves, so I never used to have to actually wear contacts because they would just do it anyway. I know, creepy. But I guess it all depends on the look that you're going for, to be honest. I'm ready for YouTube. I'll be serious with it after Christmas. Yes! Oh, and Christmas is upon us again, and sorry to report, but I don't exactly celebrate Christmas, but last year on Facebook, and I do apologise, I did give false information to Lisa earlier. Last year on Facebook, not YouTube, I did a 12 Frights of Christmas instead of the 12 Nights of Christmas, where I created 12 different Halloween looks during Christmas. And I will be doing that again this year. And then we will also be leading up to my very own hosted drag competition, the Demon Warships Battle of the Bitches, which we're going to be starting off with a miniature series first, only a couple of episodes long, just to see the response that we get to it. And then later on in the year, or the following year, we'll actually be starting with the official series. So if anyone is interested in auditioning for that, you don't have to be an experienced queen, you don't have to be gay, you don't have to be straight, you don't have to be male, female, doesn't matter. Anybody's welcome to audition and play along. Because with a lot of the drag world recently, especially with RuPaul, as much as I do like RuPaul's Drag Race, it's become about how beautiful you can be and how much you can slag someone off, read someone. And I want to get back to the original days of drag. Exactly right, Hollywood, yeah. And I want to get back to the original days of drag where, you know, a drag queen had to do like an hour on stage to entertain people. She had to be able to sing, dance, comedy, you know, like the whole nine yards, the whole shebang. So, yes, we are going to be looking for looks and for outfits and for comedy, but we're going to be issuing lots of different challenges as well to give, similar to Quest of Variety, actually, to give that all-round experience. So, you will be judged on the looks, but you'll be judged more on your performance abilities instead. So, if it's your first time in drag, or if you've wanted to experiment with makeup, if you want to be Coco the Clown, Bianca Del Rio, whatever you want to do, you're more than welcome. And I will also be taking some queens under my wing as well, because I am a drag mom to a couple of people, one of which has a show this weekend, and he's going to be not only dropping her own single, but she's also going to be pre-showing a single that I'm going to be releasing soon, because I gave her permission to do that. She was like, girl, I'm going to show your single. And I was like, not without dropping my name, you're not. So yeah, she's doing that this Saturday. Actually, I was supposed to be doing the same performance that she's doing, but because Quest of Variety, dates clash, I couldn't do it. So who better than my drag daughter to do it? So yeah. Demon Warships Battle of the Bitches. Auditions are beginning in January. And then... Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. I love you. So yeah, auditions in January. Then we're going to notify the queens who got through at the beginning of spring. We're going to be recording in spring. And then it's going to be released on YouTube in the summer with live eliminations every Saturday right here on YouNow. And now I can actually remove this mirror. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I still have to set it first. I can almost remove this mirror. Because we've done the base, so now I only need a small mirror to actually do the rest of the look. But first, now that we've got the contour and highlight done, this particular one is a long-lasting fix. I think this one is Maybelline. Yep, it's a long-lasting fix powder. And... it's quite good, actually. It's not heavy and cakey. It's very light. I've had some setting powders where they're literally like chalk. And yes, it looks like it's going on heavy, but what I mean is the consistency of it is not chalky. The other one was like putting grit on your face. You could literally eat it, you know? One good tip as well when you're using powder, or anything for that matter, actually, is always follow your natural contour, the natural shape of your face. I love making my canvas on my face at the beginning. Yes, me too. Do you know, I hate actually taking it off at the end, because you take it off at the end and you go, oh, it's you. I don't know if anybody else gets that, but I do. Like, sometimes when I'm doing makeup, I don't often think that it's that good, and then after a couple of hours of wearing it, when you take it off, you go, oh, that was underneath it. Because as much as I don't believe in my own abilities sometimes, I also hate what gets revealed underneath as well. So yeah, when you're using powder for the forehead, dot it on and then follow the shape of your head, unless you want to brush it into the hairline as well. Then you go up. For your eyes, follow the natural curve to brush it out of the way. Cheeks, it's basically up and out. Nose, always in a downward motion. Lips, the same. And then cheeks, always follow the shape of your cheeks. And that way it doesn't smear anyway and you don't get weird lines and stuff. Apart from my hairline, which has now got covered in dust. But hey-ho, we'll pretend we didn't do that. I was literally about to go to sleep. It's 11:23 here in Egypt. Then I saw a notification of Laia inviting me here. I couldn't say no to Laia. Oh, thank you, Laia. And hello to Benjamin Franklin. Interesting. Ooh, I like that name. I mean, if he was the real Benjamin Franklin, I'd be scared because he's probably been dead for centuries. But yeah, it's what's in a name. I mean, anyone can have that name, right? There's not just one Benjamin Franklin. But there is one Andromeda Ascendant. Well, technically. There is now that I spelt my name differently, you know, just so I don't get copyright issues. But I am indeed Roman the Demon Worship Andromeda Ascendant. Who else would it be? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this big mirror so that I can see you all. Hi, everybody. Lisa, thank you for the 1,000. Sorry I didn't see that, honey. I've just seen it now. I removed my mirror. Thank you. And thank you to everybody else who's given me likes as well. So the palette that I'm going to be using, I'm actually going to be using two palettes. They're both by a company called, oops, hold on, let me fix my camera. See, I just moved the mirror away and that's when my camera decided to be funny. So both companies, it's both from the Sleek Makeup Company with the Eye Divine range. This one is Vintage Romance 141. And in that one, I'm going to be using a colour called Honeymoon in Hollywood, which is that kind of purpley red one right there. Has a bit of sparkle on it. As you can see in the picture, it's more sort of like deep red. But I like purple to go with black. And this does have a black sparkly colour in it, but I don't want it to be too black. So for that one, we're going to be using another Sleek palette, which is Original 594. And the colour in this one, would you believe it or not, is called Black Cab, i.e. the London Black Cab. And I've got powder everywhere. Don't you just love it? Trust me to wear a black shirt, honestly. I do it every time. And then, of course, when I'm wearing white, I decide to use black makeup. So, yeah, go figure. So anyway. Fuzzy Cam, thank you, Jen. Yes, I caught it just in time. I'm going to sleep now. I like waking up early to exercise. Enjoy your exercising. Thank you very much for coming along. You're always welcome in my streams anytime. Thank you for visiting. So I'm going to start with some shadow shields, actually. These are a really nifty invention. These aren't as good as the ones that I usually order because, as you can see, they've got like a rounded edge and I prefer the ones with the straight edge. But they do what they're supposed to do. You get a decent cat wing out of them. I mean, I can do cat wings without them, but hey, why have a dog and bark yourself? You might as well use them when you have the chance. And now I need a mirror that I can see in. Whoops. There we go. And also, a good tip when doing makeup, especially with eyes and eyebrows, is always do the bad side first. The side that you're not so confident with. Because then you can do the good side to match a lot easier. Because if you did your good side first and then tried to match the not so good side, you're going to have problems. And it's going to go wrong. And you're not going to be able to forgive yourself. Because I know I don't. So, shadow shields in place. Or at least roughly where they're supposed to be. You can do my makeup one day around me. Aww! Maybe! Okay, so I'm going to find, I think, a cute little fluffy brush, which is the Morphe M431. It's a fluffy brush. And we're going to use that for our black cab. And if you notice in the picture, yes, it is kind of a cut crease, but it doesn't come all the way down into the eye. It basically goes up so the red comes to meet it. So we're going to be doing the top cut crease, but we're not bringing it back down again. We're just doing the top half. It's like a half cut crease almost. I hope to do makeup together soon, maybe some fun Christmas look. Yes, that would be really good. Oh, Tony, I like how you've changed your profile picture. It looks really good. Tommy's taking the weekends off this week again. I don't know if he's taking the weekend off, but I know that he is taking the week off. So I'm not 100% sure. Yes, open mic is still on tomorrow with myself. I do believe that Roxy is doing an open mic on Thursday because today she was too ill, so she did actually cancel it. You can do a scary look and I do a cheery look. Ooh, yes, definitely. Now I'm going to completely ignore my own advice and I'm going to do the good side first. No, I'm not going to do the bad side first. Now I've got hooded eyes, so I have to raise the point of where a cut crease normally would be, because if you can see, that's where the crease would be, where your eyeball sets, but as soon as I open my eyes, the crease vanishes, so I'm going to have to put it slightly further up towards the brow. And if you want to create a smoky look, which I'm not going for this one, we're just going for pure black, but if you want to create a smoky look, don't put the colour all the way at the top where you want the smoke to be, because once you start blending it out, it's just going to become dirty and horrible. Put it slightly further down and then use a clean brush to smoke it out, and then that's how you get the smoke effect. Because if you put it too far out, then you've nowhere to smoke the look to. Does that make sense? But we're not concerned with that at the moment because we're not going for smoky, so I'm just going to go straight in with this. Starting at the outer edge because that's where we want it deepest. And then we're going to draw a kind of fake crease in there, but bring it back down into the eye. In this particular case, it doesn't matter where we start with the brush because it's completely black all the way in. Usually if you was going for a smoky look, you would start at the outer edge and then feather it in. But for this one, we're going for a really deep look. What is the theme for this week's QOV? The theme for this week's QOV is spooks and horrors? Or spooks? No, spooks and frights is the theme for this week. Hence why we're doing a Vamp Queen look for the prep stream, which is this. Now I am doing a kind of scary look-ish almost for this Saturday, but of course I can't reveal what that's going to be because, well, there's people watching that aren't supposed to know. But this is a almost kind of let's go somewhat in the direction that we were doing. So it's a hint towards what we're doing, but it's not completely going there. Hi Ashley, thank you for inviting your fans, I appreciate it. Oh, Jen, thank you. And I know I said I wasn't going to bring it in here at the corners, but I changed my mind. I am going to. Because we're not going for an exact copy, we're going for somewhere similar. So I am actually going to bring that in. I'm going to do my version of it. Do you have Vic as a mentor? No, I don't. Lisa Conquer Life, who's currently watching, she's my mentor. My fabulous mentor who... We both love makeup and we both love country. We's country girls. Yeah, sir. Building my empire. Exactly. Yes. Building her warriors. And when you've got a demon warship on your team, then who better to be a warrior, right? Anybody plays with my crew and they answer to the warship. It's as simple as that. Exactly. And I am going to bring it underneath as well, but only part of the way because I'm going to fill the rest of that with the red. Apparently there is a new mentor added to the team. It is not Tom anymore. Well, I know that Tom stepped in this week for Pammy because unfortunately we lost Pammy as a mentor because she has other commitments. And Tom stepped in for her, but next week we have a guest judge, which is going to be Glory Hole Greg. But I do think Tom's still going to be around, so I think there has been a slight miscommunication there. But don't quote me on it. I think Lisa would be in a slightly better position to answer that question than me because she's on the mentor team, so she gets a little bit more information than participants in some regards. We're almost over. Yeah, I think there's only maybe 2 more weeks after this. We have... it's over on the 17th, I believe. Let me check my calendar just to see if the weeks add up. Is it on the 17th? No, sorry, it's the 12th and 13th, I believe, is the final weeks. So yeah, we've got Halloween, then we've got next week, which we don't know what it is yet, and then we've got the final show, which is the final results and stuff. But yeah, if you want to actually check when the show dates are, if you're on Discord, and you can go to the Quest of Variety group, and on the left there should be an audience section which does say show dates. So on there it will... I think it's on Instagram as well, Jen, yes. I know that there's 2 different versions of that for audience members and for participants. I'm hoping that this look comes out relatively good because my drag daughter's doing a performance this weekend, and as I mentioned, she's going to be using one of my music tracks, and I have to do a video or voiceover to 1, wish her luck in the performance, and 2, to visually and verbally give her permission to use my track, because otherwise copyright. So yeah, that's kind of... But if this look doesn't go well, then I'm just going to do a different one for that, because she's doing the show on Saturday, which is why I couldn't do it, because it's on the same day as QOV. So yeah, I was actually genuinely asked to do the show, and originally I thought that it was a fake message, so I ignored it. But then when I found out it was genuine and my drag daughter was doing it, I was like, oh my god, I really want to do it. But then, of course, I'm already in another show with prior commitments, so I couldn't do it. But it's good to know that my drag daughter's actually there as well. Pammy! Hi, honey! Welcome to my prep stream, which is also one of the final... I actually thought that this setup level up ended on the 23rd, and it wasn't. It was the 27th. So I was like, Tom, can I do my prep stream under setup level up? And he was like, yeah, go on then. But apparently you don't have to do it under the setup level up, under the Quest of Variety tag now anyway, which is kind of good. I mean, I would ordinarily do it for respect and to get more views for Quest of Variety, obviously. But since we had like 2 days left to do these ones, I was like, I really want to get one more day. And he was like, okay then. Actually, no, it was Christine that said it. Not Tom, sorry. Because Tom is away. It was Christine that gave the go-ahead. And something tells me I'm going to have to maybe... Oops, I don't want fallout. See, as you can see, they give you a perfect wing, but we're not finished yet. We've now got to do the red. I really probably should have kept those on to help with any fallout that we might get, but I never listened to my own advice. So now we're going back to the other palette that I mentioned, which was the Vintage Romance 141. I'm going to use that Honeymoon in Hollywood, and I'm going to grab a flatter brush for that one, if I can find one that's actually clean. Unfortunately, the ones I can find aren't clean. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. And I know that the black that I've done is kind of like everywhere at the moment, and ordinarily I would go in on top of that with some concealer first. Oh, there we go, that's better. With some concealer first, but, you know, to kind of tidy it up and map it out a little bit. But I'm actually going to blend the two together, so it doesn't really matter at this point, because we're just looking for the... On the picture it's red, but we're using like a reddish purple. And I'm just going to blend it in where the lines are. Ooh, I've got a message on Discord. I apologise if the message on Discord is important, but I will get to it after this stream, I promise. So this brush is the Morphe M124. It's flat, but it does have a little bit of a rounded edge to it as well. It's a packing brush, basically. And we're just going to pack that all over the lids. I'm going to pack it first, and then I'm going to sweep it afterwards, because I want to build up as much colour as possible, but also get it as close as possible to the black crease, but without smudging it too much. So I'm going to pat it on first, and it does have a little bit of glitter in this one as well. So hopefully we will get a bit of a sparkle. I wish my camera was a little bit better quality, because on here it's probably gonna blend like hell. Take moments. Yes, please, if you could capture moments so I can submit them, because it is part of my prep stream as well. But definitely once I've finished the look as well. We had a few at the beginning by Sam, I think. But if you want to capture moments in the middle, go ahead. And then when I've finished and sort the hair out and stuff, then definitely capture moments as well, if you would, for that, please, too. Because that would be rather appreciated. And I'm actually going to go over where we did the black as well, because, as you can see in the picture, most of it in this area is sort of like red, and the black is just at the end. So, but we're not going for an exact replica, we're going for as close as possible. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't work completely. The same. And if you ever do get fallout, grab a big, clean, fluffy brush, don't press too hard, and basically swipe up and out. So if you're going this side, up and out. If you're going towards the nose, again, up and out. And then that will lift any fallout off. What colours would you use for an angel look, Romy? Ooh, it depends. Lisa was asking me about potential looks earlier, and one of them that I suggested was a Snow Queen look. So if you're going for that kind of angel look, then I would definitely suggest blues, whites, and stuff. But also maybe gold and silver as well. It actually has it's become not only a prep stream and a setup level up stream, but it's become a tutorial and an Ask Romy question stream. I love this. This is brilliant. If you do have any questions, by the way, I am more than happy to answer them. But just remember, my answers aren't always going to be accurate for everyone, because everyone's face is different. People do makeup differently. So I can give you advice, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean to say it's wrong or right. It just means you're different and the way you do things are different. But that's why it's called make up, because you make it up as you go along. Have fun, make it your own, literally. But yeah, I'd suggest blues or maybe silvers and golds, perhaps, for that kind of a look. Of course, for the Angel of Death, for me, it would be black and purple, kind of like now, but and I knew I should have done my good side first, because now I can't see a damn thing that I'm doing, and this is just gonna mess everything up. No, it's not. We're getting there. We're good. And I do often hum to myself when I'm doing things like this. I actually, when I was doing these on YouTube and on Facebook and other platforms before, people used to tune in, literally, just to hear me sing to myself and make funny noise to myself. You know, they were interested in the makeup show, but they were when I was like doing the foundation levels, I would go da, 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 you know, and people used to tune in just for that, just for the quirkiness. Oh my god. Like, I actually had people saying to me, like, on a couple of shows, like, why are you not doing your quirky noises? And I'm like, what quirky noises? And then it's like, oh, right, you know, suddenly it goes, ting. It's like a bulb turning on kind of moment. Make sure I've got all of my eyelid. See, the reason why I like flat brushes as well is because you can carry on sculpting out without going... If you had a fluffy brush, it would just all blend together in a kind of an awkward way, but with this way, you can still... You can go along the arch that you've got and not drag too much of the other colour in because you're still working in the area that you want to work in. So I'm just going to make sure everywhere's covered. And then I'm going to use the same brush and go underneath with the same colour and join those together a little bit. But not all the way into the inner corner because I'm going to leave a little bit of room to add a little bit of sparkle to that as well. Oops, we need to get rid of the fallout. Stay. Up and out, up and out. There we go, no fallout, yay. Awesome. Tommy Maple Toxic Evil. Hi, how are you? Thank you for watching. Tammy Brown is coming on Friday and she never sees me in drag. Ooh, you definitely got to do that. Oh, and Whitney was a good example of what I was saying about my drag race coming up, and I do believe that if she doesn't have any prior engagements, then Whitney is going to be one of the auditionees for the Dean Warships Battle of the Bitches. But, you know, as I was saying before, it doesn't matter whether you're straight, gay, male, female, bi, whatever, trans species, you know, whether you're a seasoned queen or a beginner queen, everyone's welcome to enter the competition, you know, because we're not looking for spectacular faces and we can read, yes, bitch, mama, fucking cunt, but, you know, we're not looking for that. We're looking for a plethora of talent. I mean, we do want looks as well. Of course, because it is a drag show, but we're not solely going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the raw talented people. I'm going to use this brush again with the... not this year, I'm trying to go for Miss Charlie's for the third time. Ooh, nice. So yeah, Whitney, I think, will be joining the official first series after we've done the pilot series. Potentially. So yeah, January this year is when the auditions start for the pilot series. And summer is when it's going to be released on YouTube with the live editions here on YouNow. And it's going to be 6 queens, I believe, just to give us like 6, maybe 7 episodes. And then, assuming it takes off, is when we're going to bring back, in theory, the second series, but it will be the first official series. And I will be looking as well, not just for contestants, but for judges and guest judges and behind the scenes stuff and all kinds of other things like that. So, now that we've done the eyes, I'm going to do my lashes first, and then I'm going to move on to the lips. And make sure I get the right one. Is that the waterproof one? No, it's not. I should curl my lashes at this point, but I can't be bothered. And a good trick for... but if I'm able to after the pilot, I definitely will. Yes, definitely. So a good trick for actually doing false lashes and for doing mascara is to actually look down but keep your eyes open. But I never pay attention to my own advice. I should do, because I've got really sensitive eyes, and I guarantee I almost every time poke myself in the eye. And I don't know how Roxy does it without using a mirror, because I've been doing this for years and I still have to look in a mirror. A friend of mine did my makeup for me a couple of times, and one of the tricks is just to get the brush in place and blink, because then you swipe against the brush rather than poking yourself in the eye. But I tried to do the blink method with a friend of mine and ended up poking myself with the brush completely into my eyeball. So If I haven't poked myself in the eye at least once, then there's something wrong. Insanity! How are you, honey? Thank you for watching us. Whoops. Stay. And one thing I hate about a lot of makeup is it's a tube, so you put it down and it rolls. So I'd like someone to invent a makeup box that has a mat that grips things so that it doesn't roll off. Mind you, I am using my desk, but you get my point. Hey girl, hey girl. All systems function at peak efficiency. How are you? So yes, I'm completely ignoring my own advice and looking up at the moment, even though I should be looking down. The Insanity. Hi brother. Hey sister. And one of the things about having sensitive eyes as well is any makeup, especially this eye, usually starts, you know, pouring out straight away. And I guarantee that's the one that I poke myself in the eye with. So, you know, I kind of give it a head start as well. And then it just never stops. It's like, Although, by Jove, don't speak too soon. I think she's got it. She actually managed to do it without poking herself in the eye. Oh my god. Welcome back, Pammy. Hey, honey. And I am going to be continuing streaming after this, so you are all welcome to come back and join me and guest if you want to. But as I explained to Jen, the reason why I'm not guesting particularly just yet is because it's part of my prep stream as well. So once I finish this, I'm going to go off and then come back on again, and then you're all more than welcome to join me. And I have forgotten one thing. I haven't done eyebrows yet, so I also need to grab my brow gel, if I can find it. I did have it. Where did I put it? Don't you just hate that? You have things, you put them down, and they just vanish into the ether. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh no, please don't tell me I put it in a different one. I would really cry if I did that. I mean, brow gel's not completely... Aha! I put it in the wrong one, that's why. I put it in the same container as all of my lip liners. Why would I do that? I think it was one night when I got sort of like bored of cleaning, I just went, fuck it, everything can go in the box, wherever it lands, it lands. It's probably one of those nights. But I'm glad I noticed, because I was going to do my lips and go, there you go, done. I haven't done brows. So this is a clear brow gel, which I always put on first and last, because the gel helps you kind of set the way your brows want to go. And trust me, I really need to get my brows threaded, because they are like overgrown trees right now. But then not only do they help to give you a base, but they also, the second coat once you've finished, you know, seals it all in place, basically. Ooh, why is that bendy? That shouldn't be bendy. Unless it's always been bendy and I've never noticed, maybe. Who knows? I do have an amazing brow kit for this, which is called Arch Obsessions. It's also from Morphe. Arch Obsessions, and this one is in chocolate mousse. So I need to get myself my brow brush. This is actually a brow brush and a spoolie. It's Morphe M158. It's got a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other end. Gracie, hi honey. And there you go, there's the colour. Chocolatey Mouse. Pop a little bit on the brush. This one's actually drying up, and I would be tempted to use eye gel, but I think the black on that's probably too deep. So we're going to do this side first. And I noticed when Roxy was doing her brows the other day, we were talking about the a threefold rule, which you use to do brows to get like the perfect arch. And She wasn't doing that, but if she'd have done if she'd done the tests where she actually did her arch, would have been exactly in the right place because it was in the right place. She was like, "Oh, I don't do that rule." I said, "Yeah, but if you line it up correctly, you'll find it's already there." You know, she's got used to doing it that many times. You know, people put their brows where they want them, but she's done it that often that she can just do it without looking where those lines are. And obviously, I do that now as well, for having done it for so many years. But if you want the perfect arches and the perfect brows, start on the inside of your nose with a pencil, and wherever your nose is where your brow starts. Keep the base at your nose. Go look forward, and where the pupil of your eye is where your arch is. Can you see? Right there is where the arch is. And then go to the corner of your eye, and then that's where your tail should be. So we've already got the arch in place. Now we're going to bring it down to match. And I almost went for a palette colour then instead of the brow gel. My brows are natural, yes. A lot of queens do use their own brows now instead of drawing fake brows. I like to do a bit of both. If I'm heading for a more natural female look, like that, I trans as well, as you all know, then I will use my own brows. But if I'm in a bit of a party mood, like I will be on Saturday, then we'll be going full drag. And we'll be drawing, you know, pantomime brows on instead. I like to call them pantomime brows because, let's face it, that's exactly what they are. Because that's one of the origins of drag, is the pantomime world. Somebody actually asked me a few days ago, what is the origins of drag? And at least, I mean, you know, it comes from a lot of different places, but at least in one sense, years ago when women couldn't be part of the army or the navy and stuff, men used to dress up to, you know, entertain the rest of the troops. Oxygen, yes, we were just talking about you as well. How are you, girl? Thank you for coming. And yeah, so, you know, the men on board used to dress up as women and entertain the troops, and that's one of the first places where it was established. Obviously, there was lots of different areas where it came out as well. This is my gorgeous drag daughter, Oxygen Drag Queen, who, as I was mentioning to some of you at the beginning of the show, has a performance this Saturday where she will be performing her recently released single, Vibes. But during a game, she is also going to be showing everyone my track, which some of you got to hear as well, which is Fangs. And she's going to be using that in a catwalk competition for the people who are at the brunch. Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, technically, but unfortunately for you guys if you haven't bought tickets already, but fortunately, it is a sold-out gig. So well done, Oxygen. But if you are on Facebook, I believe it is being broadcast live as well by some of the people who are there watching it. So if you're not lucky enough to get a seat, then pop yourself on over to Facebook, and it is being shared as a live show as well. And the other queen who is going to be there is called Marie. The other queen who should have been there was called Andromeda, but she thought that the text message was false, so she denied it. And by the time she admitted that she was going to go, you know, by the time I figured out that it was actually a real message, I was already with the quest of writing, couldn't do a damn thing about it, so... But the good news is, my drag daughter is there to represent and do a damn good job as well, because she is a drag queen in her very own right. And, you know, I just encouraged her and pushed her along, but she has done so well on her own. It's unbelievable. Time to refresh? Why time to refresh? Oh, no. I don't care about that. That's fine. But thank you. No, basically, once I've finished doing this look, then I'm going to stop the show and restart under a different hashtag anyway. But thank you for the heads up. Yeah, no, you don't have to refresh on the hour. That's just if you actually want to do more. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to finish this, and then I'll refresh and come back. I might still use the same hashtag, but I'm going to finish this one first. So, brows done. You know, I remember the brows at the last minute, but they're done. Both my drag mamas will be at my debut at the beginning of the month. Good! Yes, yes, that's what we like from drag mamas. Represent their daughters, honey. I mean, you know, I am really miffed that I can't be there to watch my drag daughter, but unfortunately it's on the same day as Quest of Variety. It is going to be in the morning, so I am going to watch online if I can, to at least, you know, show my support that way. Because, you know, I don't actually want to miss it. Ebby, thank you for the 50, most appreciated. So I'm just going to go back over with the brow gel and make sure that all of the stray hairs are tamed into place where they should be.
Delivery.
Ooh, we have a delivery. Thank you.
Do you want me to roll 6 hour drive whenever that may be?
Yes, please. Yes, but I'm full going for it. I thought you could do pre-recordings and skip QV. Yes, you can do pre-recordings and skip QV, but it's the Halloween week that I don't want to miss. But also, you lose points if you're not there to present it as well. So I am handing in a recording, but at the same time, I also kind of have to be there as well. So, yeah. Hello, how are you? Missed your face. I'm good, thank you. How are you? So, I don't need that palette anymore because that's the one that's got the black in it. I'm going to be switching back to the colour palette in a moment, but first of all, we're going to highlight the nose and the brows. So, ring finger, and I need a mirror. And from the tip of the nose up. I'm fine, so nervous for tomorrow, not told you yet what news I got. Ooh. Is it something that you can say here? Or not? And then I'm going to use another flat brush. I should be using an angled brush or something, but a flat brush will do. This is the Morphe 224, slightly thicker. And I'm just going to go under the brow to highlight it a little bit, especially in that corner there. Should have used a different highlighter really, but we don't want to draw too much attention to it. We want it to be subtle. Ordinarily I'd use a silver or something, but we're trying to keep it as low maintenance as possible for this one. And yes, I do want to hear what it is, if it's something that you can talk about. But if it's something private, then you're more than welcome to tell me in private Discord later if you want to. And the good thing about highlighting the brow is as well, if there's any slight imperfections in the tail, when you use your highlight, it actually covers over it. So you can use it to just subtly blend out those little bits. And then I'm going to get another brush, which is the Morphe M405. It's a cute little angled fluffy brush. Oops, there's the camera, there it is. For to highlight as well, we're going to do a quick sweep across the brows and the forehead. Then we're going to do the same with the cheeks, just to give them a little bit of highlight. Same on the other side. Fuzzy cam. Oh, thank you. Appreciated. There we go. Cam fixed. Yay! And then before we highlight the lips, we're going to actually do the colour on the lips. And I'm going to put a base on with... Is that the Sugar Plum one? Sugar Lip. Yeah, I'm going to use Sugar Lips because it's kind of a purple. And then I'm going to go over with the eyeshadow that we had for the lips. I applied for a job on Friday, then got an email on Monday to say I passed the first process and to book my interview. So I've got my interview tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Well done, Ebby. Excellent. So fingers crossed for the actual interview process. Brilliant. Good luck. I'm sure you'll get it. And please keep us informed. That would be amazing. So, if you don't mind me asking, what's the job position? What's it for? Now, I may have an envious nose, but my lips are crazy. They don't... I've got very thin lips, and then overdrawing them looks weird. So I do try to follow the natural line of my lips, but sometimes you got to overdraw them. She got them tiny lips. She got them tiny lips. I think my camera's still a little bit fuzzy. Give me 1 second. There you go. Now we're back. So nervous. 3 days a week, $7.50 now. So good pay gets bumped up by £1.50 in 2 months when I turn 18. Awesome. McDonald's worker position. That's pretty good. I mean, a lot of people would kind of... maybe gasp or poke fun at it, but at the end of the day, it's a job. So, you know, well done and fingers crossed. And, you know, a lot of people fail to remember that it's easier to get a job when you're in a job. So even if Ebby wishes to move on from McDonald's to another job that's maybe more in line of what she wants to do, then the fact that she has a job to then relay onto others to prove that she can hold a job, you know, will be beneficial. So, well done, girl. Good luck. Right, can I remember which one the purple one was? Yes, it's this one. So, as you can see, we've done the sugar lips at the moment, but I'm going to go back over with that Honeymoon in Hollywood. It helps to seal it, but it'll also give it that deeper colour as well. As you can see, it's already turning deeper. It's a job I'm doing a catering course at college, so I have some knowledge already about food and hygiene. Exactly, yes. And, you know, if you ever want to go for a big Michelin star restaurant kitchen, then, hey, you've worked at McDonald's. It's a food industry, just like any other. As the Americans would say, it'll look good on my resume. But as we say here in the UK, it'll look good job on my CV. Yeah. Oh, by the way, one thing that I can possibly hint at about Saturday's performance is you are going to see a cameo from one of my characters called Jenny Blank from an upcoming comedy series that I'm going to be doing on YouTube. Now, she's not going to be the main focus of the video, but she is going to be having a little cameo role in there. So that isn't spoiling anything for Saturday, that's just giving you a a slight hint to what you might be getting. I know if Oxygen's still watching, she's going to be going, yes! Because she's been begging me to do that comedy series for quite a few years now. I'm going to bed in a bit, but I'm going to chill before bed. Gotta be up early. That's no problem at all. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for joining us. I do appreciate it. Now, which side's that? That's that side. Okay. Need to emphasize that just a little bit. And then start on the bottom. We're almost done. I would love to see the finished look. I'm going to be posting pictures on Discord anyway, and on Instagram. But then again, I might end the stream and go, ugh, it's not as good as I thought it was. Who wants to take a picture of that? Which is what I often do, so you might stay. Because the camera on my phone is a lot better quality than the one that you're currently watching. So, you know, this camera hides a multitude of sins, but then when you see the, you know, the 4K picture, it's like, oh, she didn't. That's why I should never see a drag queen up close, because it suddenly becomes, you know, birthday cake. Literally. And one tip, if you want to avoid any overspill from lipstick to your teeth, so your teeth can look nice and pearly and you don't get any bits on, ring finger. And as you can see, it takes excess off. See that little bit there that you get? It literally just takes any excess off. So when you go, there's none on your teeth. See? That's all you do. And it'll take off that bit that you don't want. Because sometimes, you know, you go in with the lipstick and if you're not careful, you get it on your teeth. So we're almost done with the look. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight to the Cupid's bow and the top of the lip. And go down the lip as well. See, where that top bit is that I highlighted there is where most people would probably overdraw the lips, but when I do that I look like Shirley Bassey that's had a stroke. So instead I highlight it with highlighter. And it gives that shiny look. Yes, mama, God. Okay, so we can get rid of those because we are actually complete. What I need to do is summon someone with a hairbrush. Everyone stay right there. I'll be right back. I'm going to go fix the hair and then we will display the finished look. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Actually, no, maybe a little bit more, but we will be back. So I'm going to remove my nails at the same time. Okay, so we are back. Hi everybody. Hope my camera hasn't gone fuzzy. Nope, my camera's fine. Da, da, da. Okay, so we have the finished produce. And I hate my camera being this way around because it looks really weird for me. And my hair dried a little bit too much since it was washed. But there we go. We have the finished look. We have the gorgeous black, the gorgeous black eyes with the red. We have the lips to match. We've got highlight everywhere. And it is, oops, bear with me 1 second. Stupid camera. There we go. And it is pale, even though we did add contour and highlight. So you can see a little bit of contour. And in the picture, there is just a little bit of contour. So it's not an exact replica. If I had the hair for it and the beads and I, went to detail with the writing, but we weren't going for an exact replica, we were going for something similar. And I think this one matches the purple of the hair just a little bit better than, that red looks a little better with the grey hair. So that's the finished product. That is the end of my preparation stream. I'm going to be heading out for a little while with my partner, but I will be back in roughly 1 hour and we will continue doing the normal show. And if anyone would like to guest with me, you are more than welcome. But before I vanish, I am going to take note of the likes that people sent to me. Skylaria, hi honey, thank you for tuning in. We are just about to go, but I am going to be back very soon. I'm just writing down a couple of things. Ebby 100, Jen 70, Sam. How many did Sam give me? 70. Spike 50. Ashley goes Cha 24, and Whitney with 20. Fucking Lisa, no, yeah, 2 Lisas with 20. And that's everybody. And Skylaria Rose, hello, there you go. So thank you to everybody who gave me the likes. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to take a very quick screenshot myself as well. If someone could do me one quick favor and just capture a moment of this finished look, I would appreciate it. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Jen, my darling. Capture a moment for me, please. Thank you, darling. So yeah, thank you for capturing the moment. I will be back in approximately an hour or so. And if people want to guess, then they're more than welcome to. But for this setup, level up, quest of variety preparation stream for the Vamp Queen, dismiss. That's a story for that expression for I'm out of here. I'll see y'all soon on the flip side. Thanks for watching.